Hey guys, Lance from MTG Lance channel, doing another spoiler review. I'm talking about green today. I haven't really even looked at green very much, so it should be interesting what I think of it. We're going to start out with the Wondrous Hydra. It's 2 green, 4 any, 2 green for 6/6. So you get 6 for 6/6 tribute 6. And if it wasn't, it fights another target creature, making it pretty much a green removal spell, because you're going to choose which creature you want to get rid of. And I mean, you're not going to play it unless you know you can fight something and get rid of it. Otherwise, your opponent has to deal with a 12/12, which is in this format isn't very hard to not it's easy to deal with, no offense, because all the removal. But there's other ways to get a trample and a lot of fun other stuff. Next, I really like it too because it's the Hydra, like Face the Hydra that you did in Theros. If you ever tried it, it was really fun. If you didn't, I may make a video on it of like how it works and all that. Also, Journey to Nyx spoiler teaser. I'm actually gonna make a video on it because there's an interesting thing I want to point out that I don't think very many people have seen. Next is Fade Intervention, 3 green and 2 any. Put 2/3/3 Centaur enchantment creature tokens on the battlefield. If it's your turn, scry 2. I think this is very good. It could actually be a combat trick if you have the 5 mana open running mono green ramp. Very soon you can put 2/3/3s. They swing for like, I don't know, something with a creature. Let's say with a 5/5, you make 2/3/3s and you kill it. I mean, and if it's your turn, you're top decking, get you 2 creatures and scry 2. These cards are always fun. They're always really good and limited. Constructed, they're not really that much playable, but for limited, they're very much bombs and very interesting. They also help you. There's an upside for playing them on your turn, which is not very. There's not really upsides if you can play it at instant speed to do it on your turn. So the Scry 2 also makes you kind of encourage if you top deck it. It's okay. It's not like you're gonna get hurt for top deck moding. Next is Hero of Leon Tower. 1 green, 1/1 heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets him, you may put X if you pay X, and if you do, put X 1/1 counters on this creature. The thing is with this creature, I think you gotta dump. I thought it was crazy when it first came out, but the more I think about it, the less I think it's good. The reason why I say this is because you have to invest in this thing to make it big. And with this set, if it was a slower format with a lot less removal, this thing would be crazy because you could invest mana in it and it would be no big deal. But since you play Heroic and they have like a Doomblade or even a Hero's Downfall, most likely a Hero's Downfall, they're just going to wait. Okay, you spend all your mana on it. Have fun with that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, it's huge. It's 12/12. Okay, I'll Hero's Downfall after you spend all this mana, all these enchantments on it, and make it big. You invest with little, maybe, bonuses out of it. In limited, though, this is crazy. Because if you're running a green, white, green, blue heroic, especially with Boon Satyr in there, with Hero Virosis, if you get all 3 of those rares, oh god, you're gonna win the draft. Now that's all debatable on how you play, but it's gonna be very hard to lose if you play that correctly. Because this can get out of control and removals a lot less. And what you guys gotta learn about limited is, and this is a tip about limited for you guys, is aggro is always strong for me. I agree with MTG Lion. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. And I agree with the aggro talk about it. The thing is there's not tons of removal. There's removal. You need removal in there. It's just not going to be fully loaded with removal, meaning you don't have to be worried about all the spells. Hunter's Prowse. Or any 1 green. Until that turn, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. This is crazy. When you have a huge Hydra or something that's swinging big in EDH, I really think this will be good in EDH too if it goes into an EDH deck. Kind of reminds me of Elves. But this is very good. It'd be fun in my Simic deck. I wouldn't play very many, maybe 1, maybe 2, just because it's like draw. Okay, I'm happy. And it gets +3/+3 and trample, which I mean just puts any creature over the edge. It's very good and limited. It just put it on a big creature that you already have, put it on your bomb, and just draw your entire deck out. Scourge of Skull of Vale, 1 green, 2 any for a Hydra. Trample, enters with 2 1/1 counters, so it's 3 for a 2/2 trampler. Sacrifice another creature. Put number of 1/1 counters on this equal to its toughness. Now, I think this is okay. I really think it's interesting and limited because it can get big, and creatures that only have enter the battlefield effects, like Omen Speaker, can get sacrificed to this and make it very big and can get out of control. Also, I don't really think it'll hit very much standard play, but the point of it, this late game, this is very good because if you drop running Simic, you drop a Cloudfin Raptor on turn 6, you don't want that. But I'd be more than willing at the end of your turn to sacrifice and put a 1/1 counter on this thing and make it bigger with trample. So there's upsides to this. Next, moving on to Chorus of Crucifix, and I know people are like really looking into this card, and I haven't really thought about it deeply, but I still think it's very good. Just like looking at base stacks and everything else it does. 2 green, 1 any, 2 for 2/4. Play with the top card of your library revealed. Always a fun effect. When you read that, it's going to be a fun and interesting effect. You may play the top card of your library if it's a land. Whenever you land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. This is very good for Silencia. And the reason why I say that is it has mana problems, meaning if you have mana on top, you're getting the mana you need to ramp into other stuff, like Monstrous, Police Mainline. And this is just, oh god, this is very good, and green ramp. They're really pushing the mono green, mono red, and then both of them together is just crazy. And I think that'll also be a deck because there's ramps. I mean, you draw and it's not land, and then there's a land. You play the land, another land, and if you're getting mana flooded from your deck and you have this on the field, it's just like play my entire mana base, and then it's no big deal because now all you're doing is thinning out your deck of stuff you need. So that's rares. I really think there's a lot of good rares in here. Next is Sky Reaping, which 1 green, 1 any. Sky Reaping deals damage to creature with flying equal to your devotion to green. Mono green ramp will play the sideboard, but that's it. Not really going to hit main board. Sideboard and limited as well. Ferris, Band, Raiders. 5 any, 1 green for 5/5, and whenever it becomes untapped or inspired, you put a 3/3 if you pay 3. Very good late game. It's better for late game than all the other ones because it's a 5/5 for 6, and it just keeps putting tokens out that you can dish out late game when you just have extra mana. Unravel the Aether, 1 green, 1 any, and choose a target artifact or enchantment. It shuffles it into its owner. Sideboard card for maybe even main board if green, red, or green mono green ramp becomes a thing, because this takes care of any artifacts and any enchantments on a creature or gods. And I mean, in this set, these would actually probably get main board. In any other block, these would not. For 5 cost 3 any, 2 red, not red, green. Enchant creature, when it enters the battlefield, put 2/2 green wolf creatures tokens on the battlefield, and enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each wolf. So it creates 2 creatures, so that puts a 4 power body on there pretty much, and for 5, and then your creature's going to get bigger as well from it. Next is the archetype of endurance. Everything gains hexproof, everything loses hexproof that isn't yours. I think it's alright. Maybe limited, just this gets crazy limited because then all your stuff is just protected pretty much except board wipes. Standard, not very playable, but very much a bomb in limited because of the fact it just stops anything from hitting it. Next is Nesting in the Demlock, 3 green, 3 any for a 3/3 chibi 3, and enters battlefield if it wasn't paid. Destroy non-target creature permanent. This may not even, I wouldn't want to even really pay the tribute because you're not really going to have anything that's significant very much that's going to get destroyed. Very good and limited though, because then they get set back a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna move on now. Peregrinations, I can't say that correctly. 1 green, 3 any. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards and put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then the other into your hand. Shuffle your library and then scry 1. Very good commander, because it just lets you put those lands and lets you scry. Another spider, and it's a reach for 2/4 for 4, and gets +X/+S until end turn, where X is the creature, cards in your graveyard. So I see this being played in, I just forgot its name. I'm not going to say Gruul. God, I can't remember its name. Green-black. That's what I see, because it is green-black there. Unicorn Bestow, just all creatures able to block it, and gets +1/+1. Very high bestow cost, though, and I just really don't see it being strong. Very weak and limited, very weak and constructed. Mischief and Mayhem. I know I have 5 minutes to go over the comments, but oh well. Green for any up to 2 target creatures get +4/+4 until end turn. Costs high mana, but the heroic triggers are gonna go off like crazy. So yeah, it's okay in limited. I like Elizabeth. When Elizabeth says something, you know it has fun flavor text. The false god, Xenagos, treats the whole world as its phallic site. If his whims are left unchecked, Theros be reduced to rubble and ashes, and that's not what she wants. Next is Charging Badger. 1 red for 1/1 Trampler. And if you haven't played for a while or you're very new, there's an elf out there that's one one green, 1/1 Trampler. Except now they put it on a Badger, and I think this is just flavorful. They really just had to put it on a Badger just to make Honey Badger don't care. I mean, like, seriously, this is like the meme in Magic. It's like, here we go, we made it. It's a card. I like it. I want to build the deck around it just because. Why not? Kamitra's Favor, 1 green, 1 any, enchanted creature. You draw a card, so it replaces itself, and you can create mana off it of any color. So heroic triggers, and now it taps for mana. So great. Next is Moro's Resolve, and they have a few of these. I don't think all the colors, but a few of them. 1 green, 1 any, and target creature gets +1/+1, gains indestructible until end of turn. Very, very good. If you're swinging with 5/5 against a 5/5, guess what? Now you made a 6/6 indestructible. They're like, okay, I'll double block because I have a weaker creature and another weak creature. Okay, I'll make them both indestructible. I'll make it indestructible, make it stronger, kill both of them. 2 for 1. Not even a 2 for 1. A 2, yeah, kind of a 2 for 1. This is a very good combat trick, and I think this is very good and limited, making it so your creatures can't be destroyed. Damage effects that say destroy, you don't destroy. And so, this lasts a long ways. Next is a 4 cost for a 3/3, and whenever it comes untapped, put a 1/1 counter on it. Very helpful to finish off your curve in limited. It's a 4/4 3/3, and whenever it becomes untapped, you're going to be swinging with it. It's a 3/3. It's a good body, and it just gets bigger the more you swing with it. So you want to swing with it more and more and more. Next is Satar Wayfinder, 1 green, 1 any, and I say a lot of these are good and limited. Some are a lot better than others, and it's all what you're playing as well. So just take what I say to a grain of salt. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may pull a land card from among them into your hand and put the rest into your graveyard. This really helps for finding mana. I mean, it's kind of, I wish it said at the bottom of your library because this would be very good. It'd be like Augur Bolas for green, and it would just be crazy. It'd be at least an uncommon. But it's alright. I mean, not the best card, but not the worst card either. Sentience, 2 green, 1 any for 1/1, and whenever you target it, it gets 2 1/1 counters on it. Really don't think it's that good. Gotta invest in it, and it just doesn't give you that, no, not this again. Okay, fix it. Yeah, you gotta invest into it too much, I think. For 4 for a 2/1, whenever it destroy target aura. Not very good in anything, really. Limited 4 for a 2/1. You really don't want that late game. I don't even want to talk about it. Very good art, though. The snake, 5 any for a 4/4, so it's okay there. Or you make a 7 for 5. And when there's battlefield, if it wasn't paid, you gain 4 life. So it's very good and limited. Very good late game. Not really a bomb, but can be. Next is Swordwise Centaur, 2 for a 3/2. So you're getting a little bit stronger than what you're getting. It's not 2 for a 3/3. It's not like some other cards, but it's very good still. You're coming in with a stronger creature than the mana, which is always very good. I think I'd rather have a 2/3 than a 3/2 though, unless you're doing Rakdos and trying to get really aggro with it. Aggro, I would do that, but otherwise no. We're gonna kind of wrap it up really quick here, but target creature gets +X/+S, whereas your devotion to green is 1 green. So very good combat trick and very good. Target creatures blocked this turn if able. Not very good. That's never been insanely good. Actually, I could take my time here a little bit. Nyxborn Wolf, 3 for a 3/1. That's alright. And Enchant for 5 for a +3/+1. Not very good. The bad bestow creatures that they created in this set is just, they only made 1 bestow creature that I really think is worth the bestow. So let me know what you guys think is the best limited and which is the best constructed card in here, and I'll be doing the rest of the cards soon, and also be talking about some other stuff. So stick around, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. So see you.